Pooka you, Pooka me, Pooka poo. What is it? I don't know. Reminds me of the Macarena. Oh my god, does anyone fucking remember the Macarena fad that was going around? My best friend in high school, his mom actually used to have Macarena parties at her house. They would have like Macarena dance classes, and then they would hold Macarena parties. A fucking party for one song, and they would do the fucking dance. Which, if you've ever seen the Macarena dance, it's just like one arm, two arms, hand out, hand out. It's like simple shit, man. It's like the fucking hokey pokey, but like adults. Anyway, all right. But Pooka's for children. All right. So the new episode for the Hulu show, Into the Dark. Which, if you don't know for some reason, you have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about right now. It is a anthology show from Blumhouse. Every month we get a new episode. The episode is feature length, and the episode is themed for the holiday of that month. This one being Christmas themed since it's December. Last month was Thanksgiving, and the one before that was October. So I think you can figure that out. And we get a New Year's one, maybe on the 28th of this month, but maybe the 2nd. I've seen two different sources claiming other things. It would make sense it would come out next month, because that's what this show says. It says, one per month. And if we got it in December, then that wouldn't really work. But we shall see. Now, I wasn't big on the first two. I thought they were fine. Both of them were fine. And this is the one I was looking forward to the most from the trailer we got of the series, because the Pooka doll looked creepy. It was this freaking, big bunny looking thing with headlight eyeballs, and they were like lit up red. It was a very unique, interesting look. And this episode is nothing like I had come up with in my head seeing that monster. I thought that monster, or whatever the hell the thing was going to be, some creature that was stalking children on Christmas or something. Or I didn't know what holiday it was going to pertain to when I saw the trailer, but whatever it was, I thought it was going to be an Easter thing, but nor here nor there. It's a Christmas episode, and that story, is nothing like what I thought it was going to be story-wise, which is fine. I mean, because it didn't meet what I thought doesn't make it a bad thing. It's just, I was wrong. Overall, I like the episode. It's actually my favorite of the three so far. This was the one that I walked out of, like I saw it in a theater. I walked away from being like, yeah, I enjoyed that. This is some, intriguing stuff at times. I liked the performance from everyone, the lead especially. And I thought that the story was very, I don't know, kind of sad at times and tense in other moments. It's not great, for sure. There's still not been a great episode. All three have been worth my time, but I haven't loved any of them. So I'm still waiting for that one episode that really sells this show. I have a feeling they're all going to be like this, though. I have a feeling all fucking 12 episodes, all 12 movies are just going to be like, yeah, that was good. I feel like these are reject movies. These are movies that, Blumhouse had scripts for, and they were like, well, we're not going to put these in the theater. Like, what can we do with these? So they have their own little gimmick here. It's like a 8 films to die for After Dark Horror Fest thing or something, where they're just like, well, how do we sell a bunch of subpar movies, fine movies, like nothing great, nothing we can release on the theater? And it's like, well, let's produce them and we'll make it into a television series and we'll throw it on a Hulu and it'll have a cool gimmick. And I enjoy it. It's fun to look forward to each one of these per month now. I don't expect anything great, but I expect a decent holiday themed movie, which is what I got here. Now let's talk about spoilers for those who have seen it. So this guy here, he's new to the building. He's alone on Christmas, and I didn't know if this was going to go supernatural or not. But he was auditioning for the Christmas Carol thing in the opening, pretty much. That was like his first thing he was auditioning for, and I was like, I have a feeling this is gonna go in that Christmas Carol, White Christmas direction, where he has to live this part and then come back and repent and understand the true meaning of Christmas or whatever. And this one's a little darker. Like this one is, well, I shouldn't say a lot darker when it comes to that, because he doesn't have a Scrooged moment where he gets to, fix it all and come back out and be like, I haven't missed Christmas, and run down and buy the biggest goose in the window and everything. It's like, no, when this fucking thing ends, it's dark. And it's like, no, you were a piece of shit. You got your fucking family killed. And now you're stuck in a limbo, or I don't know exactly what this all is for. And it's just his life flashing before his eyes, and his punishment, his hell, his as I said, his limbo is, I don't know. But yeah, it's a dark Christmas Carol of sorts. Although he's seeing the events unfold in a completely different way. It's weird. This would have to be something I would have to sit down and really, really think about. Like, what is all the meaning of the ending of this, and why is he living the memory through this and that? Maybe this is the way he wanted things to be, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, the whole him going auditioning. I just thinking about being an actor that wants to audition for a role and having to go before people and practicing and sitting down with friends and learning the lines and going over them and really trying and this and that, and then going out and putting yourself on display for a bunch of people, and then listening to like one word and being like, okay, thank you, like, next. Oh, that's got to be the hardest thing about that shit. Just, it's embarrassing. It's a lot of time wasted. It's got to be just a fucking blow to your ego, to everything. I can't imagine it. Reminds me of the scene in La La Land when she keeps going in for auditions and they're like interrupting her and they're like telling her like, no thank you, like 2 seconds into what she's trying to do, and she's trying to ask them like, you want me to try it a different way? I can try. And it's like, no. And it's like, fuck, man, give me a chance here. But then you realize there's 600 other people who look just like you and whatever sitting right outside, and it's like, no, we don't have a good feeling about you. Just walk away. We can replace you like that. But this guy really seems to want it because he's sitting there and he's doing the hands out, hands in a triangle, arms in the air, whatever bullshit, and he spins around, fly like a plane. I thought that scene was really neat. I thought that scene was kind of creepy because I thought that this was going to go a completely different way at that point. It reminded me a lot of a movie called Starry Eyes. If you haven't seen Starry Eyes, excellent film. I adore it. Came out in 2014, I want to say. But yeah, she goes in for a thing and they're asking her to do weird shit. I thought it was going to go in that direction. I thought it was going to be like this manager was gonna bring him in and he was going to put the suit on him, and the suit was going to be like the movie Clown. Did you guys see that one? Produced by Eli Roth, if I remember correctly. And I want to say Clown. Who did Clown? Was that John Watt from Spider-Man Homecoming? He did Cop Car. I think he did Clown too. I can't remember. But if you haven't seen Clown, it's another cool movie. The guy puts on the clown suit and then he can't get it off and he starts becoming the clown like permanently and wants to kill people. I thought that that's the way that this was going to go. He put on the suit and he wasn't able to take it off. It kind of goes in that direction a little bit because he can't seem to breathe without the damn thing. He's like freaking out. He's like, and he throws the mask on and then he can breathe and whatnot. But the manager ends up being a good guy. He seems to be up front and cool. But on the flip side of this, none of this is real. He's just the paramedic at the end. So none of the story we're getting is real at all. And he's the husband she's afraid of in his nightmare here. He starts dating this girl that he's falling for, he's crazy about, and she's like, I have a husband, he's not in the picture anymore, and I don't want to talk about him, he's clearly abusive. And then it's cool though. I like it. I like the symbolistic stuff, the metaphors, all that. When they go to look at a tree together, and then he takes a picture, and then you see it, and they're like hugging a tree that isn't actually there because he broke that tree, and that was the tree they were going to get at the lot, but they never got there. So the tree doesn't exist because either A, he broke it, or the tree they were going to replace it with, they never made it because they got killed. The line that keeps repeating, it opens up with this line, and it also kind of plays throughout here, like, look at all the pretty lights, which reminds me a lot of the opening of 2010, the year we made contact, which is a fantastic sequel to 2001: A Space Odyssey, which no one ever talks about. But there's a really eerie line. It's very reminiscent of that line in that. So for some reason, if you haven't watched 2010, I'm just going to be recommending other movies this whole time. There you go. That's what I do. But I dug that, and his relationship with the kid and Pooka, the Pooka doll. I'm not sure why he sees the Pooka doll as evil, because the kid is just holding a Pooka doll, and the Pooka doll repeats what the mother's last words are. I guess, it's very important because it's like one of the last things he sees, but I'm not sure why he sees the Pooka doll as evil, but I guess it's because he's trying to blame it on something else, and it's really him the whole time. He's the monster. And I don't know. I haven't, honestly, I just watched it. I haven't thought too deep about it. And he even masturbates in the Pooka costume, and like the whole room lights up. So I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to say with the Pooka doll, to be completely honest. And how he goes around, because Red, the neighbor, is the woman who hits him in the head on Crash. And they become buddies. I guess that's to deal with the fact that he killed somebody. He's trying to make friends with her, but then he realizes he killed her. So that, I guess, all makes sense. Yeah, it's hard to talk about what's going on in the movie, because then it's all taken away at the end. And it all just comes down to how you interpret the way he saw this and why he made this his hell. Is he in charge of this? Is this some kind of way he's punishing himself in his last moments? Is this an actual purgatory that he's put into, that he has to live over and over and over again? I don't know. I'm not making a ton of sense, I guess. And he definitely needs the Pooka suit. Like, he can't live without it. He freaks the fuck out when anyone tries to take it from him. So I guess the Pooka doll is important to him because it was important to his son. Yeah, I don't know. And anything else? I have a bunch of shit written down here, but because it ends up being how it is, it's like, well, none of that really matters. And yeah, I think that's about it. What do you guys think about this episode? Obviously, if you're still watching, you saw the thing. What do you think is going on here? What is this? What are we watching? Like, is this his hell? Whatnot? I don't know. Other than that, guys, Merry Christmas. This is a Christmas episode, so why don't we say Merry Christmas? And I look forward to the next episode. I'll see you in New Year's.